Good evening, everyone. Glad to have you with us here this evening. My name is Lyric Lamola. Joining me is our new associate, Dylan Clark. Dylan, good evening. How are you, sir?
Doing good. How you doing, Leroy?
Not too bad, my friend. Not too bad. As we get things finished and finalized this evening, we have full results, full coverage of our final results, all precincts in for Christian County. I know we are still awaiting a a few precincts to report in for Shelby County. I believe we have all 38 precincts are now in for Montgomery. So we are going to call it a wrap here for our election coverage this evening. We will have full results in on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com, but we're going to get you our results, our final election results here this evening. So we're going to go ahead and get things started off. I'm going to go ahead and take a look here right off the bat with our coverage here. We're going to first take a look at Montgomery County. Montgomery County is our first look at here for Montgomery County. Again, all ballots, all precincts are in. So here's a look at Montgomery County's results here for you. And again, this is just strictly off Montgomery County's Democratic ballot. And all we are looking at here is contested results. So if it was just one person running, we're not concerned about that. Again, this is just for the Democratic ticket. So again, this is who the Democrats are electing to run in the election that will take place in November. Again, this is who the Democrats are electing to run in November. So for the party distribution, registered voters, there were 2,379 Republicans in Montgomery County, 1,194 Democrats in Montgomery County, and out of all of that, only 20% of registered voters actually voted in this primary. Only 20% actually voted in this primary. So only 3,000 ballots out of the 17,000 voters voted in this primary in Montgomery County. For the United States Senator on the Democratic side was Juliana Stratton, who got 38% of the votes, 436 over the 409. Over on the state comptroller side, Holly Kim, 452 votes over Margaret Croak with 296. In the congressional 15th district representative, it was Paul Davis with 38% of the votes over Jennifer Todd by 4. 4 votes separated Paul Davis and Jennifer Todd, 432 to 429, if I can count, 38.5 to 38.24. Over on the 15th District State Central Committee person, it was 55.81 to 44.19, 870 to 689. That was the ones there between Catherine Daniels and Terry Redmond. Over on the other side for our Democrats, I think that was the last one that we had on the Democratic votes for Montgomery County. As I do a quick scan here again, all the Democratic votes in. Again, we're looking at contested elections here from Montgomery County. All the votes in on the Democratic side, all precincts are in from Montgomery County. Taking a look at the Republican state side for governor, Darren Bailey with 69% of the votes. He actually he is the projected winner for Illinois as a whole. He is the projected winner for Illinois as a whole. Otherwise than that, United States Senator, it's going to be Don Tracy with the win in Montgomery County, 36.55%, 792 votes over Jeannie Evans with 508. Diane Harris with 58% of the votes over Walter Adamczyk. Otherwise than that, it was Mary Miller with 73% of the votes over Ryan Tebrugi with 15%. Brad Halbrook with 332 votes. Halbrook was the projected winner for the 107th district. He was projected overall in the state. Other votes in the Republican ticket, Brenda Mathis holding on 733 votes in the 4th Judicial Circuit in Montgomery County. Also, what else we got? I think that's it for Montgomery County for the contested. That's it for the contested side. We will have all of the Montgomery County results here for you later on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. So if you missed any of the Montgomery County votes, we will have all of those results for you a little bit later on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com for you You'll be able to check those out. Let's go ahead and check out our Shelby County election results for you this evening to make sure we have all of those up to date. Again, Shelby County a little bit behind everyone else. We are sitting at 25 of the 33 precincts reporting, but we have a pretty good idea of how we are sitting with a lot of these as we are making our way through here. And Dylan Clark, he has our numbers here for you as far as those numbers that are coming in. Still missing some of the big districts: Shelbyville 1, 2, 6, and 7, Prairie, Dry Point, Todds Point, and Penn still not reporting in. So about 3,000 registered voters still not reporting in. Of the votes, of the voter turnout in the area, out of the 14,000 registered voters, only about 373 Democratic votes for Democratic governor. On the Republican side, let's see what we got for the Republican side. Hold on a second. 1 second here. Of the 2,733 ballots cast out of 14,785 votes. So not a lot of votes in the primary in Shelby County, as we've seen historically. It's been an area that both sides have talked about really trying to do a much better job of, is getting people to vote in the primary. It doesn't look like they were able to succeed this election either. But let's go ahead and get to these numbers. Taking a look at the Democratic side ticket for Shelby County, United States Senator. What we got, Dylan?
Well, it looks like right now we have Mr. Raj, as he likes to be called, at 142. That's Raja Krishnamurthy, and Julian behind him with 121.
We're going to get this word right. Krishnamurthy.
Morthy.
Yeah, Krishnamurthy.
Rigor mortis? What? Christian Morthy. Okay. We got to have a little bit of fun.
It's Juliana Stratton in second place with 121. All right.
Correct.
We'll get it. We'll get it. We'll teach all these fancy names. What about comptroller? What we got for that?
Comptroller, we're looking at, my computer would load. That'd be wonderful. Comptroller, we're looking at Margaret Croak with 137, followed by Holly Kim with 98. And 29 for Stephanie Kifflewood. Karina Villa, 76. Via, I think it is, actually.
All right. 15th District Representative on the Democratic side.
Looking at Jennifer Todd in the lead with 153. Paul Davis with 131. And the other two are falling behind. Kyle Nudo at 14. Randy Rayleigh at 43.
All right. 15th District State Central Committee person.
Between Terry Redmond and Catherine Daniels. Daniels in the lead, 253. Redmond behind with 187.
All right. Next up, as we continue, again, we are just looking at contested elections on the Democratic side. This is Shelby County that we were talking about. Shelby County. I think that's the last Democratic one that we have for Shelby County. We're going to head on over to look at the Republican ticket now for Shelby County. Republican ticket for Shelby County, United States Senator, what we got on that side?
Republican side looking like we have Don Tracy in the lead with 887, and right behind him is Jeannie Evans. Jeannie Evans, 549 votes for Jeannie. Pamela Denise Long at 269.
Darren Bailey leading over on the Republican state governor side with 2,123. But as we said, Darren Bailey already projected to win in Illinois, as NBC and CBS and multiple other news agencies have already projected him to win. What do we got for Republican state Secretary of State?
Secretary of State is between Walter Adamczyk and
Adamczyk.
Ooh, fancy. Adamczyk.
Yeah.
He's at 863 right now, behind Diane Harris with 1,387.
Congressional 15th District Representative.
That would be Mary Miller in the lead, 2009, 79% voters. Ryan D. Tabrouge behind her with 296. And then we have Judy Bowlby with 231.
Another one that's already wrapped up that I've seen online, Brad Hallbrook over John Hogg, 107th District. I think he's got 63% of the votes, but he's already confirmed to be a winner in the district as well. What do we got for county clerk and recorder for Shelby County on the Republican side?
In the race of Jessica Fox against Christy Otis, Fox wins 2,139. Otis comes in with 503.
All right, taking a look here on the Republican county treasurer for Shelby County.
We've got Erica Fernhaber at 1,105, 1,105, and Donald DeBolt at 1,539.
Republican County Sheriff for Shelby County.
Looks like McReynolds is taking it away with 2,157 votes against Joseph Duncan behind with 434.
All right. And I think we got the judges as well. What we got in that one?
Well, Mathis is taking the lead, just like she was in the other counties as well, with 922 on our side in Shelby County. Wesley Goja at 393, Aaron Jones 616, Philip Givens 251.
When she talked, didn't she say she didn't even want to run in the first place?
Who, Mathis?
Yeah,
she did.
Didn't she say that?
I'm pretty sure.
I think she was the one that said she didn't even officially at first want to run. That's wild.
Sounds like she was convinced.
All right. Well, Shelby County Federal Scholarship Tax Credit Referendum.
We're looking at 1,775 yeses, 895 noes.
And the building bond proposition.
Looking at 637 on the yes side, 452 vote no.
All right, we take a look now at Christian County. All results are in. 29% of the precincts reporting. All are in. On the Democratic side, the Democratic ticket, again, these are contested only. We are only focused on the contested ballots. So, again, if they were running unopposed, we are not reading the names. If they were running unopposed, we are not reading the results. Again, we are only reading the results if it was a contested election. And for the Democratic side, out of the 21,000 Democratic voters in Christian County, only 1,257 ballots were cast. 5% of the Democratic voters actually voted in this election. And on the Republican side, only 22% of the voters actually voted. 4,833 of the 21,000 registered voters voted. So, all right, taking a look first at the United States Senator for the race for that. It is Julianne Stratton, 42% of the votes, 517 over Raja Krishnamurthy with 35.71%, 517 to 435. And that one, Kevin Ryan's got 107, but not close on that. Taking a look at some of the other contested election results in Christian County. Margaret Crook, 480, 41% of the votes to Karina Villa with 225. 15th District Rep, Paul Davis, 437. Jennifer Todd with 543% of the votes over Paul Davis's 437. In the 15th District on the Democratic side, Terry Redmond with only 43%, Catherine Daniels with 56. Other Democratic contested election results to tell you about. I think that might be it. Let me take a look here if there was any other big ones to tell you about. I think those are the only contested election results that we have to tell you about. Yeah, that's it. Republican side, it was Don Tracy with 39% of the votes, 1,639 votes. Darren Bailey with 77% of the votes, 3,508. Diane Harris with 63% of the votes over Walter Adamczyk. Mary Miller, 2,688 votes in the 15th District. Brad Hallbrook with 85% of the votes. Jim Baker is going to win in the sheriff's race. He's got 3,000 votes over Phil Deals, 1,759, 63% of the voters of the 22% voter turnout. 63% voted for Jim Baker. Other election results here this evening. Sam Sassatelli, 710 votes. Susan Wise, 627. Luke Millen with 423. David Pachetti with 52%. Vicky McMahon with 47% on the Republican side. Over on the 3rd District, it was Brian Sharp with 44%. Sherry Craggs with 31%. Ray Kuntz with 24%. Over on the 4th District, it was Clint Epley with 51. Jeff Scott with 48. On the 4th Judicial Circuit, same thing. Brenda Mathis, 40% of the votes. Aaron Jones was the second place with 22%. Other contested election results. What do we got? Christian County Federal Scholarship Tax Credit Advisory Referendum. Yes, for 69%. No with 30%. those are the election results this evening. Those are our election results this evening. Again, head on over to TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. We will have a complete breakdown of all of our election results this evening. You'll be able to see all of the results for Christian County, Shelby County, and Montgomery County, all on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. We'll send you back to basketball. You can catch the last little bit of the first two games, actually. We'll have the second two games tomorrow night. And thank you all for joining us this evening. Dylan, thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight and helping me with all the results this evening. Appreciate you.
Yeah, of course. Glad to be here, man.
All right. We'll send you back to regular programming. If I don't see you, have a fantastic rest of your evening, as we'll hand you back over to basketball right here on WTIM, your information station.
It's not just for gas. You earn up to 30% cash back at grocery stores, restaurants, and with